Mercury's gritty comeback. Fever's bench lead WNBA playoff winners and losers. Oh, you thought the WNBA playoffs were going to be uneventful? Isn't that sweet? The W's postseason continues to have zero chill. Both best of five semifinal series are tied up at a game apiece after the fourth-seeded Phoenix Mercury crawled out of a 20-point hole to beat the top-seeded Minnesota Lynx, while the Las Vegas Aces returned to form and steamrolled the Indiana Fever. Alyssa Thomas flirted with yet another triple-double, finishing with 19 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds in Phoenix's 89-83 overtime win over Minnesota. It was the first loss of the playoffs for the top-seeded Lynx, who swept their first-round series against the Golden State Valkyries. Aya Wilson played like the MVP she is for a record fourth time, stuffing the stat sheet with 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 blocks, and 1 assist. But it was an all-around effort for the Aces' 90-68 win over the Fever. Nalissa Smith had a playoff career-high 18 points as well as 7 rebounds, and Jewel Lloyd and Dana Evans added 10 apiece off the bench. Both series will switch cities before Game 3 on Friday night. It wouldn't have been as fun going back 0-2, Phoenix Mercury coach Nate Tibbetts said. This is a 5-game series. We haven't done anything yet, but we needed to get one here for sure. Here are the winners and losers from Game 2 of the WNBA semifinals. Phoenix Mercury's refusal to quit. Coaches will never again have to sell their players on the idea that no game is out of reach. Just put in a tape of the last 20 minutes of the Phoenix Mercury's improbable comeback in Game 2 against the Minnesota Lynx. Down 20 with 5:45 left in the third quarter, Phoenix outscored the Lynx 50-24 over the last 15 minutes of regulation and overtime. Just pride and toughness.
Grit.
I couldn't be more proud of our group with doing that, Mercury coach Nate Tibbetts said after the 89-83 win. I believe this is our 4th game in 7 nights. I was a little worried going into the game, but boy, they really responded in the second half. We just kept fighting. Granted, Minnesota gave Phoenix plenty of help. They had 5 of their 18 turnovers in the third quarter and another 3 in OT. They were whistled for a 5-second violation with 47 seconds left in regulation and clinging to a 3-point lead. They were 7 of 28 from 3-point range. But the Mercury had to take advantage of Minnesota's lapses and create their own luck, and they did both. We're confident. We're confident in us, and we've been battling all season, said Sata Sabali, who was 5 of 11 from 3-point range and finished with 24 points. You can't give up a basketball game if you're down whatever. I believed at halftime, and that's what we did. Mercury's Sammy Whitcomb saves Nate Tibbetts. The Minnesota Lynx did not do what Nate Tibbetts was expecting them to at the end of regulation. With the Mercury trailing by 3 and getting possession after a timeout with 20.7 seconds left, Tibbetts thought Minnesota would foul. He drew up a play in anticipation of that during the timeout, only to have the Lynx keep their hands to themselves. I messed that up, Tibbetts acknowledged. Sammy Whitcomb put up a 3 that was way short, but Alyssa Thomas grabbed the offensive rebound. The Mercury passed the ball around until it got to Whitcomb again, and this time her 3-pointer was good to tie the game with 4.3 seconds left. Nafisa Collier missed a jumper at the buzzer, sending the game into overtime.
That was completely on me.
Sammy saved my ass, Tibbetts said. That's what great players, great shooters do. Whitcomb said she's put up 20,000 shots during practice this season, preparing for just that kind of moment. I was joking that it's 20,000 for one shot, Whitcomb said. It's for these moments. Obviously, I would love to shoot a better percentage, but I feel like it shows up in moments like that. Mercury forward Kalia Copper and Fever guard Lexi Hull can rest when the playoffs are over. Copper rolled her right ankle when she collided with Catherine Westbeld in the closing seconds of the third quarter. Copper grabbed at her ankle and was limping visibly, and she immediately headed back to the locker room when the quarter ended. But Copper not only returned to the game, she made a big contribution in Phoenix's improbable win. Her 3-pointer with 1:47 left in overtime put the Mercury up 85-79, and, after a timeout, she blew up Minnesota's possession with a strip of Nafisa Collier. Hull was a late add to the Fever's injury list with a sore back. She played, however, and had 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. I'm feeling sore still, Hull acknowledged after the game. It's part of the playoffs. It's the end of the season. Everyone's a little fatigued, a little sore. It'll be a good rest day tomorrow. But I think that's for everyone. We're just pushing through.